So you're thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys. Well, today we are going to take you on a haunted tour of some of the homes that are supposedly haunted here in Virginia. So hang around to the end of the video so you can find out what that is. But let's go ahead and get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living and eating and sleeping and playing here in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you can be the first to be notified about all the current real estate market information here in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys. My name is Count Stephen Gleason. Not really. My name is Stephen and my wife Leslie. And we get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you who are looking to move here to the area or move across town or to sell their home. And we love to help those folks when they call. So whether you're looking to move 9 days, 90 days, whenever it is, pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. That information's all down below, and we will help you make your move to Virginia's mountains and valleys as smoothly as possible, or to sell your home here as well. So Leslie,
yes,
we are taking a haunted tour.
Yes.
We're going to go to 3 places here in the Shenandoah Valley that are allegedly haunted. So why don't we just go ahead and get turned around here and we'll talk about the first one.
Okay.
So we are here today, Leslie and I, at our first location, and wow, what a big one. How about we just take you to a palace to begin with?
Absolutely. It's so grand.
It is. This is Swannanoa Palace. So imagine that you're at a place like this. It was built in 1912, 1913. Features interior architecture and woodworking, all exemplifying America's Gilded Age. Imagine this palace taking in total 1 or 2 years to actually build and take residence, but the gardens out back to about 8 years in all to complete. And imagine that the owners of that dying before or toward the end of that 8-year time period. Imagine it falling into disarray for years and also having ties to the Illuminati. And imagine just some of the things and the stories that this place could tell. Well, you don't have to imagine it because
no.
It's here. And this, like I say, this is Swannanoa Palace sitting on top of the Blue Ridge Mountains here in Afton, Virginia. The owners of this palace, the original owners, was James Dooley, millionaire, philanthropist, Civil War veteran, Virginia legislator, and also a manufacturer of hats and other industries like steel and the railroad as well. And like I say, he had this palace built for his wife Sally in the years in the early 1900s. Sally, the name of Swannanoa comes from the place meaning
beautiful
there you
trail.
Go. Beautiful, yep, beautiful. Yeah. And swan.
She loved swans.
She loved,
so
yep.
Put it all together and you get Swannanoa.
Swannanoa. So we're going to go ahead inside here and we're going to show you a couple things and also a couple stories about this beautiful Swannanoa Palace, which has all Georgian marble on the outside.
Yes.
And Italian marble on the inside. So let's go inside and take a look. So we have entered Swannanoa Palace here, and wow, it's grand. We'll shoot some pictures up there so you can see it without us standing in front of it. But tell us a little bit about the window behind us and some of the features down here in this main floor.
So one of the palace's most unique features is this 4,000 piece Tiffany window, and it is the largest window that Tiffany created in the entire world. And it is of the original owner's wife. Her name was Sally, as Stephen said earlier. And it is just beautiful. So additionally, we are surrounded by Italian marble and a huge Italian Carrara fireplace, as well as thousands of unique and interesting things in construction.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll walk into some of these rooms, the inlay of the wood on the floors and on the ceilings. It's absolutely amazing. So after the death of Sally Dooley, the mansion fell into disarray. It went to her sisters and went through several different owners. And it's been said, like I mentioned earlier, to even that possibly the Illuminati has some ties here. Today, the Delaney family are its owners, and they actually, here's where the haunted part comes in, they actually believe that there are multiple spirits that haunt the corridors here in Swannanoa Mansion. Now, after having taken the tour here, that's really not what they don't want Swannanoa necessarily to be known for, although they have had paranormal investigations which have revealed things, and they also have had a Halloween entertainment here as well, which is more like a party than anything else. But the most famous of these hauntings, supposedly, is Sally herself. And again, maybe you can see her up there at the top of the stairs. I know it kind of washes out. But like I say, she is the most notable one, and she's said by some people to have been seen in some of the corridors here in the palace. It was well known, as a matter of fact, that Sally, let's walk over here. Let's walk into the dining room. It was well known, the dining room is beautiful. It was well known that Sally did not like cats. And to this day, the owner of Swannanoa says that their cats will not go up on to the third floor. No. But now, like I say, this furniture is not original. Okay.
None of the pieces.
None of the pieces are. A lot of them are down in Richmond at their normal home, but their main home. But this is their summer home, as I mentioned. There's been several paranormal investigations that have taken place here, and during those paranormal investigations, okay, they've gotten voices and moans, and they've heard footsteps as well, supposedly. So, of the 52 rooms at Swannanoa, we are entering the one that is supposed to be the most paranormally active, and that is the library. And here in the library, like I say, it's supposed to be the most paranormally active. Haven't heard anything today, and don't.
They say that the side lights flicker.
Well, they say that the side lights flicker, and some people say it's just the 1912 electrical wiring. So,
who knows?
But like I say, Swannanoa definitely wants to be known for its history, and it is. It's a really neat place just to come and to visit and see the history. And I mean, and they're trying to restore it, and it takes a lot of money to do that.
So much money.
And so like I say, but it does have a history as well of being haunted. So what a great big place to start out here in our haunted tour of haunted homes in the Shenandoah Valley. What do you think? Swannanoa is quite a place, isn't it? And so we're going to come just back over into the valley here, just a few miles right off Interstate 64 here in Waynesboro, and we are in the Grandview Heights neighborhood. And Grandview Heights is located just off of Highway 340. In Grandview Heights, you're going to find a lot of ranch-style homes and some split-level homes as well. Now, there's other types of homes, but here most homes in this neighborhood range in value from about $250,000 to $350,000, and they have between about 1,200 and 2,800 square feet of living space. Majority of the homes here in this neighborhood were built in the 1960s, but there's of course a handful of exceptions concerning the build dates and square footage and their values as well. And now the nice thing about this neighborhood is you're only about 2 to 3 minutes away from both Interstate 64 and the Waynesboro Town Center Shopping Center. And so if you're looking for a nice, convenient neighborhood, Grandview Heights could be the neighborhood for you. So I'm going to take you right on around the corner here, and I'm going to show you one of the homes that's currently listed for sale here in Waynesboro. So the home that you see behind me here in Grandview Heights is currently on the market. It's listed for $300,000. It was built in 1964. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths, and it has 1,605 square feet of above ground finished living space. To break it down, that's $187 a square foot, and it sits on a large, as you can see here, corner acre lot, a large 1 acre lot. This corner lot brick home is conveniently located. Like I said, you're just 2 minutes away from the shopping and interstate right here. You'll enjoy 2 fireplaces and wonderful hardwood floors as well. There's ceramic kitchen tiles and carpet. The primary suite on the 2nd floor is private and has double sinks in the bathroom. And there is a full basement, and you'll enjoy sitting on your backyard deck overlooking your fenced-in backyard as part of this 1 acre lot. And like I say, nice corner lot here with a lot of room right here in Waynesboro.
So we are standing outside the Virginia Quilt Museum house. So this is the original Warren Sype house, and it was built in 1856. Throughout the years, this house has been used as not only a family home, but during the Civil War, it was used as a hospital, and then it was a temporary courthouse and a rec center. Can you believe that? But the title of these videos are about haunted houses. So what's haunted houses got to do with the Virginia Quilt Museum? I think we need to go in and find out.
All right, so we're in here in the Virginia Quilt Museum. And if you look around, look at some of this amazing,
Follow you around.
amazing. So yeah, follow me around, ring around the rosy here. And but one of the neat things, I mean, look at these beautiful floors
Those
in
floors
here, right?
are
The
beautiful.
inlay and the parquet. I mean, they are just absolutely beautiful. But we came here to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about the Virginia Quilt Museum here at the
Let's
end.
show you some quilts.
Yeah, it's a really neat place, but like you can see the quilts behind me right now, they're having connecting with the songs of the Beatles right now, and it's kind of a little thing. Each quilt is about a song that the Beatles wrote,
Yeah.
so kind of a cool thing. But outside, Leslie told you that there is a story here. We found out even more after coming in here, and that is this. The house is allegedly haunted from a soldier during the time when this home was a makeshift Civil War hospital. After the Battle of Gettysburg, it's a well-known fact that both wounded soldiers and Union prisoners were brought here to Harrisonburg after that battle. Well, one of the Confederate soldiers was a 19-year-old major, and his name was Major Joseph Latimer, who was known as, being that young,
JoJo.
No, the boy major. The boy
boy
major.
major.
JoJo's coming up here in a second.
Yeah.
So, but Latimer succumbed to his injuries on from the Gettysburg battlefield on August 1st, 1863, after having his arm amputated and unfortunately gangrene setting in, and he passed away. Latimer is the only individual, though, to die in this home when it was a makeshift hospital during the Civil War. And today, it is said that the boy major, or Latimer, and as he's affectionately called around here, JoJo, because his first name was Joseph, it is said that there are times when a ghostly apparition will appear right at the top of the stairs off of this first floor here. And it said that he can be...
Yeah, it's seen outside.
He said he can be seen in his Confederate uniform. There's also a story, we'll take you upstairs, and the neighbors across the street say that every once in a while they believe they see him walking back and forth
in front of that window,
across the windows up there. So a really, really neat thing. So maybe when you visit the Virginia Quilt Museum sometime, and I hope you will, it's a really neat place, look at the top of the stairs. Maybe tell JoJo hi. He might be there to greet you as well. All right, so as you see, we've come up the stairs, and I'm going to turn around right here, and we're going to play Ring Around the Rosie again.
Make me move.
And that is the window where the neighbors across the street say they see JoJo maybe go by sometimes. And I'm going to turn around and go this way, so Leslie doesn't have to play Ring Around the Rosie with me.
Oh, shucks.
And we're going to go into this room here because I told you that the boy major died. This is the room that he died in.
Very
right
small
here.
room.
Yeah. So
Can you imagine this
is
thing
it.
used as a hospital room? So along with all the quilts that you're seeing, sometimes the ladies would not just hand quilt them, they would use their machines to quilt these quilts. And the display is just incredible.
So there are some really cool quilts here, would you agree?
Oh, yes.
And the sewing machines and everything else that's here. But in 1995, the state legislature made the Virginia Quilt Museum the official quilt museum here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And today you can tour all 3 floors, about 3,000 square feet on each floor of the Quilt Museum, which displays quilts from the past and the present. Additionally, you can attend quilting classes and lectures and workshops here at the Quilting Museum. And if you really like quilting, you can become a Virginia Quilt Museum member. But make sure you stop by at their gift shop on the way out. Some really neat stuff in there. But like I say, the Virginia Quilt Museum, really neat place with a little bit of history as well. So we are right here in the middle of it all, here in the Preston Heights neighborhood, located very close to downtown Harrisonburg. Now, Preston Heights is not to be confused with the newly developing neighborhood of Preston Lakes, but this is just a small neighborhood comprised of just a few streets, actually, of homes, like I say, very close to the downtown area. Most of the homes in this neighborhood were built in the 1970s, but there's a newer section as well with some homes that were built between about 1990 and 2005. Home values here range from about $400,000 to $600,000 on average, and on average you're going to have about 2,000 to 4,000 2,400 square feet of living space to about 4,000 square feet. And like I say, you're in the middle of it all. You're about 3 to 4 minutes from the Harrisonburg Crossing Shopping Mall, just right across the road here, and you're about 3 to 4 minutes right from downtown, and you're about 3 to 4 minutes from the JMU Quad as well. So if you're looking for a place centrally located, this is definitely the place. But like I say, of course, we have a home here that I would like to show you as well, and I'm going to switch hands here, and I'm going to go right over here to the home that you see behind me here. This beautiful colonial style home that you see is currently active on the market. It is listed for $449,000. It was built in 1980. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and 1 half bath. And it has 2,322 square feet of finished living space. If you break that down, it's about $193 a square foot. It sits on a 0.31 acre lot. And like I say, as mentioned before, you're very close to the downtown area and many places here in Harrisonburg. But this colonial has beautiful hardwood floors and a nice family room with a fireplace. And like I say, you're very close to all the shopping and restaurants here in Harrisonburg. There's also a formal living room there and a formal dining room as well, and an unfinished basement in which you can add your own style and your own vibe. And let's not forget the back as well. There's a nice deck in the back for those evenings that you would like to enjoy the outdoors as well. So we're in our last neighborhood. We're in the Valley Manor neighborhood, just outside of Stanton. And getting into this neighborhood with only about 20 homes here is actually a rare occurrence. So just in a little bit, I'm going to show you a home up the road here that is currently on the market. And that is one of the ways to get in. Of course, the other way to get in is by purchasing a lot. And I believe there's only 1 lot left here in the neighborhood. So, but all of the homes here in the neighborhood are relatively new. The oldest one dates back to about 2016. And like I said, obviously, as you can see around me, there's still homes over the hill there. There's still homes that are being built today. All lots, many of them with mature trees. You see the big trees in the back and wooded background as well. Those lots are at least 3/4 of an acre in size, and some of them range up to over an acre or even larger. Home values in Valley Manor range from about $300,000 to $550,000, and homes have between about 1,400 and 2,500 square feet on average. So even though you're outside town, you're only still about 7 minutes away from downtown, and you're about 7 minutes away from I-64. So 6481. So I'm going to walk up here the street just a little bit, and I'm going to show you a home that is currently on the market. So the home that you see behind me here has a great setting. I mean, look at that behind. You can see down there's a field meadow behind there, and then it all backs up to the woods. But this home, like I say, is currently active. It is $529,900, and this contemporary cottage style home was built in 2021. It's one of the larger homes here in the neighborhood. It has 4 bedrooms and 3 baths and 2,494 square feet of finished living space, of which 1,488 is above ground. if you break that down, it's about $212 per square foot for, like I say, a home that is only 2 years old, built in 2021. The lot size, it sits on a 0.95 acre lot. So, and like I say, although this is our final home, you know, you're just outside Stanton, you're still very close to things, and the home features an open floor plan with the primary suite and laundry on the main level. There's 2 more generously sized bedrooms and a full bath and huge laundry that are also on the main level as well. There's a large family room area and a den, additional bedrooms in the basement, and you'll love the privacy where it backs up to, like I say, that back wooded area there. So that'll give you an idea here of one of the homes that is available for sale currently here in the Valley Manor neighborhood. Hey, Leslie.
Hey, Stephen.
I'm glad you're awake. So imagine it's the late 1800s.
Okay.
And Stanton is a railroad town,
All right.
a railroad hub here. And of course, it sits at the base almost of the Appalachian Mountains. And so it is a hub for people that are moving westward across the United States.
Right. Okay.
Stanton's also a growing town, and it's building many homes. And one of the styles of home that they're building here are the Victorian style homes, which is like the home that you see behind us here.
Lots of them are around here.
And originally, one of the residents of this home was a lady by the name of Mrs. Bagsby.
Okay.
And some people say that Mrs. Bagsby has never left.
Oh.
So the house, the personal residence, later became the Belgrade Inn, and today it's the Ubon Thai Restaurant Inn. And it's said that Mrs. Bagsby is somewhat of a trickster.
Oh, no.
As a matter of fact, she said to rock rocking chairs, to unlock doors, and to play other tricks on visitors.
Okay.
Most notoriously, though,
What?
she is known for turning off the hot water on guests here at the inn that she does not like.
I don't think I'd want to be mid-show when that happens.
Yeah, so kind of an interesting thing. And it's said that although there's multiple rooms here, it's said that room number 7
Is that the room?
is the most paranormal room here at this inn today. And so I was wondering if any of you folks have ever stayed here at the inn.
I'd love to know that.
Yeah, when it was the Belgrade Inn or as the Ubon Thai Restaurant Inn. And let us know, did Mrs. Bagsby pay you a visit? Do you have any stories? So, like I say, just a kind of another neat thing here in Stanton, Virginia, and in the Shenandoah Valley of a place that is supposedly haunted. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our video of the haunted homes in the Shenandoah Valley. And we also hope that you've enjoyed the regular homes here in the Shenandoah Valley as well. We've had so much fun doing this video, and we hope that if you are interested in selling a home or buying a home, you will pick up the phone and give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email. That information's all down below, and we will be happy to help you sell your home or buy a home here in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys. But like I always say here, from the graveyard in the Trinity Episcopal Church here in downtown Stanton. Until next time, we'll see you around town.